Hello, my name is Roger Barron, and in this video I will show you how to import your files that you've downloaded from this site into iTunes, Media Player, or any other MP3 device on Windows XP, Windows 7, and Windows 8.1. We'll start our presentation first in Windows XP. Now, if you follow the instructions on the website and you've downloaded your file, it will be saved to your computer. Now in my case, it's over here in this particular folder, and it's called the Voice of Meditation. And in Windows XP, that's all we have to do is double click the file and say yes. When it comes up in the next box, we'll have the opportunity to extract the files from the archive. Okay, as you can see, this is the expanded zip file. These are all the files that are inside of that one file. And you can see that they're already associated by default with Windows Media Player, but that will not stop us from importing them into iTunes as we see fit. Over here under Folder Tasks, you'll see Extract All Files. If you click on that, you're going to come to this wizard here, the Compressed File Extraction Wizard. And we're going to select Next, and it's going to ask us where we want to put a new folder of all of our extracted files. Now, since the zip file is on the E drive in the root directory of the E drive, it automatically creates a subfolder in that same location, and it called it the Voice of Meditation, which was the name of the zip file that we downloaded. So we'll just leave everything the way it is and say Next. And it will proceed to extract those files into that subdirectory from out of the zip folder, the zip file that we downloaded. This will take a few moments here, basically because it's older technology and it's a 32-bit operating system. So it's going to take a little bit longer than Windows 7, which you'll see when we actually extract those files under Windows 7. And once the files are extracted, it becomes very easy for us to import them into both Windows Media Player and iTunes, as well as load them onto your MP3 player if you have one. Okay, so now we're all done, and we're not going to show the extracted files because they are right here. And here is a directory with all of our files in it. You can see there's all the information for each one of them. They're all in numerical order. So what we're going to do is we are going to close this out, and we're going to bring up Windows Media Player. Now when it loads, you see that little menu bar at the top there kind of flashed on and flashed off. If you come and run your mouse up to the edge here, you'll see that you can go to the File menu up here, File View, Play Tools, and Help. What we want to do is we want to go to the Media Library, and then we can come up here and go to File, and we're going to say Add Media to Library. And the easiest way to do this is to just add the folder wherever it is. That way you don't have to worry about moving files around. You can just simply leave the file folder where it is and then just add that folder to your list of monitored folders. That way anytime new material is placed into that folder, it will be seen and added automatically. So for me, it's over here on my folder that's located in my original download location. For you, it would probably be in downloads. It may be that you extracted it into your music directory, wherever it is that you extracted it to, this will allow you to find that file, highlight it, and say OK. And right away it will start searching for the media files in that new location and begin to bring them into Windows Media Player. And that's really all there is to getting them into Media Player. For iTunes, it's the exact same process, just a little bit different in the interface. Okay, here comes all your files in right now. And it just brought in 32 files and it says it's completed, so we say close. And as you can see, every single one of them is here. And now they are ready to be clicked on and brought in, listen to, creating a playlist out of that if you want to, or whatever else you would like to do with that. Okay, to get them into iTunes, we just simply bring up iTunes. And again, the procedures are going to be the same regardless of the interface. The location of the links that you're going to select or the menu options that you're going to select to get this done are going to change, but primarily it's the same in all three. I will go ahead and give you an example of that in Windows 7 and in Windows 8.1, just so that you've at least seen it. And still waiting for, there we go. Okay, so here is our iTunes, and for us, we can go to File, and we can say Add Files to Library or Add Folder to Library. If we're going to do it exactly the same way we did with Windows Media Player, we can then do exactly what we did there. So we'd go again to the same location, pick out our folder, and say OK. Now the nice thing about adding the folder rather than the file, like I mentioned before, is that anything that's added to that folder will be automatically added to the player. So you won't have to go through that process several times. It will just simply start adding the files. If you add a file individually and later on you downloaded another file in the same folder, it will not be added automatically. So once again, it will go through the process of finding the files, processing them, and then bringing them into iTunes. And this takes a little bit longer in iTunes than it does in Windows Media Player. But as soon as we're done there, the last thing to show you here is how to get them onto your average MP3 player. Now, with the MP3 players that you have out there, they're pretty much going to be seen as a drive, as an additional drive, like your C drive or your E drive. When you plug them in, they should be automatically detected and added to your My Computer display. However, sometimes you'll have to find a driver and download it and install the software for that particular MP3 player before it will be seen by My Computer. And that's outside of the scope of this video. But in the meantime, while this is adding these files in there, we can click on My Computer and you'll be able to see here that my MP3 player has shown up as a drive under My Computer. So if I double click that, it will show me the file structure that's on that particular device. And if I double click into music, I can see that the folder is empty because this is a completely empty drive. So what I would want to do now is I may want to open up a second window by clicking My Documents or whatever I wanted to do. To get there, go to My Computer, go back to the location where I know those files are, click my way down into the folder that contains all of the files, and then I can go to Edit, select All, and then I can simply drag and drop them into that folder. And it will copy them from that folder onto my MP3 device. And when that operation is complete, I would be able to eject my device and listen to the tracks that I have copied over there. So that's basically all there is to it, at least as far as Windows XP goes. Okay, now what we can do is go back to iTunes. It's going to be a little slow. I'm deliberately running this virtual box in a small amount of memory, and right now we've got several file operations going on, so it will take some time for it to go back and forth between the applications. Okay, as you can see, it is still processing those original files, whereas Windows Media Player was able to do it pretty quickly. I will go ahead and pause this video while we wait on all the file operations to complete. So in iTunes, when the files are finished being imported, you'll notice that the first one is up here in the title bar ready to go, and you're going to see your box here that indicates the album. So if you click once on the album, you'll notice that all of the files are indeed imported and ready to be listened to. Okay, so that takes care of Media Player, iTunes, and as you can see, it is still taking some time to get those files over onto the MP3 player. The reason it's taking so long is because MP3 players are usually USB 2.0 specification, which means the ability to write to that is severely limited. It's very slow compared to writing to your normal hard disk. And the other side of that is, of course, that we're running on a 32-bit operating system and rather old technology. So you combine those factors together, and it is going to take some time. You can see that I've still got 6 minutes remaining, and it's been about 10 to 15 minutes already since we started that operation. But we're going to let that go, and we're going to move right over into Windows 7.